What's up, everybody? I am Space Tomato, and this is Grimhex. Now, as you can see, I wake up basically the exact same way I wake up in Port Olisar. But everything changes after that. I like to leave my room more messy here. I like to be a little bit more digital. Leave my password on the wall. That's a pretty smart idea, especially when your door doesn't lock. Today is going to be a quick tour of Grimhex, the pirate station that is in orbit around Yella. It's easy to find. Quantum jump straight to Yella, and then go ahead and activate your quantum system again, or take a look on your star map, and you can find Yella in the asteroid belt. It's a little bit hidden. It's held together with tethers to other asteroids to keep people away. Doesn't really work since everybody knows where it is, but it is what it is. Now, Grimhex is, to me, a much more interesting space station than, say, Port Olisar, just because it's a little more fleshed out. It has some different atmosphere. The lighting is a lot more interesting, and some people don't like how messy it is, but I think it adds a little character. Pirates are messy. You could be a clean pirate, but we're not here at Grimhex. Now we're going to start our tour over here. Once you actually land at Grimhex, you'll take an elevator up from the shipyards, as this guy is actually doing the opposite. He's about to take his elevator down to the ships. You'll get to the top of the elevator and you'll come out into this hallway. This is the main area in Grimhex for now. It's still a pretty small station, but it'll probably be fleshed out. Now, if you come off to the right here, there's two hallways. Both of these hallways lead to the same place. This is a clothing store. Now again, clothing is not going to make much of a difference currently. But as time progresses and we get further on in the alpha, they'll start to implement systems that take into account what you're wearing. And for some people, it's very important that you wear a trench coat. I personally have never worn one and don't plan to, but they do look pretty cool in this game. Now, once you leave the clothing station, we'll be able to walk across the way here. This is going to take you to another hallway. And this hallway is where you go if you have things to deliver. So you've got your package delivery system right here, fast and reliable. And you can come over here into this room where you can do trading. This is where you can drop off and pick up supplies to take down to the moon, or you could take them to another space station, say Port Olisar, or out to Delamar at Levski. I don't have a cargo ship at this station, so I can't even select a location, but for anybody who does, this is a great place to bring things like medical supplies. I believe you can bring minerals here, but you might want to double check on that. This hallway doesn't lead anywhere. Eventually it will, I assume, but for now, that's this room and this station are the only thing that you'll really be looking for over here. Now, the last hallway on the first floor, as I like to call it, they refer to this as the second floor for some reason, leads you back into this store that looks a little run down, which isn't all that interesting at first, but at some point you will be able to get your reputation enough to where you'll have to come back here to get some missions from Ruto. It's not actually Ruto, though. It is his hologram. And you'll come over here to activate the hologram, and he'll either tell you some missions,
This terminal is experiencing technical difficulties. We apologize for any inconvenience.
They'll basically tell you to screw off because you don't have a high enough reputation yet. So again, once you start doing some more missions, get some reputation, eventually you'll be able to come back here and get some of the seedier missions from this guy. Leaving this store and taking a right, you'll come down this hallway to a slightly more open space, and we're not going to go down here yet, though this is a less traveled but kind of important spot in Grimhex that not many people go to. This will take you to the back entrance, which I admit isn't too important right now, but at some point that might be some good information to know. looking upstairs, you can actually see the second floor, and eventually we will look down from there and you'll get a better idea of how the station is laid out. Now, coming over here brings you into the rear entrance of the station bar. This is not a popular bar. People don't like this place. Nobody comes here, not even the employees. But that gives you the ability to go ahead and, cosplay a little bartender time. Man, he just did not clean up anything. Grab some bottles for your 600i. I know they've got a nice bar in there. And actually, the Constellation Phoenix also's got a nice bar. So go ahead and stock up here for free. You don't have to go all the way to Levski to get some more alcohol for your ship. Now, come up these stairs and you'll get to the front entrance of the bar, which takes you right back to those elevators I mentioned. And as you can see, that's basically the entire first floor. Coming upstairs, as you saw when I spawned in, these are all the hab hallways. This is where you're going to spawn if you leave your ship here and log off here. Like I said, I love the music here, so I like to come here as soon as I can each patch and make sure that this is where I'm going to spawn in every time I start up. Now there is a store back here that is often overlooked, and you've got a ton of ship components in here and appearing countertops. More options than you have at Port Olisar. So if you're gonna get some upgrades for your ship, which again, you can upgrade your ship at this point, I would come here first just to check out what kind of things you can pick up. They have military hardware, they have civilian hardware, and they have power plants, shield generators, all the stuff, all the things. You can come over to this terminal and they actually also have weapons and other things like that that are not on the counters. So make sure to come over here if you feel like you're losing dogfights or if maybe you want to fly a little bit faster. Unfortunately, that is the only thing on this floor besides the habs and this last hallway I'm going to show you guys. Come right down here. There are 2 doors that lead here, just like in the clothing store. Heavy doors. And you've got armor and weapons back here. A different selection than you have in Port Olisar. So, again, worth coming over here before you end up putting your hard-earned money down, just to see if there's anything you like. I mean, obviously you can see this here, but you can at least try it on. Again, some of the weapons over here. Railgun, which you cannot get at Port Olisar. This thing is a beast, and I think you can actually blow doorways off of ships with this. So, if you've got the chance to board someone, that might be an option for you. As you'll notice, the shopkeepers here aren't as friendly. They don't nag you as much as Port Olisar, which I like. I like to shop in peace. You can get your med pens, your oxy pens, grenades, ammo, some more over here, batteries, everything you need, all in one shop. And again, a trade console. Easy to pick what you want right on the screen. Now, and again, like I said, there's that hallway that I mentioned. So you can see up from the second floor, you can look down on the first, and just gives you a little bit of insight on the layout, some of that continuity between the way that the different hallways and floors work. Now, I am going to take you to, let's see. Well, as I mentioned, those elevators will take you down to the ships. It actually went up to the ships, I'm sorry. Those elevators will take you up to the ships. Now, that's one way to get on the station. But as I mentioned, there is another. And I'm going to show you guys. I like this area. Although it's a little weird because there's like a cave in here. This place is pretty messed up. And then you walk into the airlock and it's like, you look inside and it's pristine. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Nothing happened here. So they need to fix that. But yeah, you can come out this way. This is kind of a ill-explored area. It's EVA, so you can get some cool EVA experience, although we are surrounded by space, so you really shouldn't have to come in here to do that. But there's a bunch of back hallways. It's a little creepy out here, which I like. I like the atmosphere. Nobody's ever down here, so it's kind of cool area to go. But you can come all the way down to the bottom. All the way down. I'm sure they'll have more gameplay linked to this area. I'm not sure what they're... excuse me. I'm not sure what they're doing, but there's bound to be something that depends on coming in here at some point. It wouldn't be here if that were the case. Or if that weren't the case, sorry. And here is the back entrance. Now, you may have seen this on the intro video. There's a quick shot. A quick shot from out here of this entrance. And it's pretty easy to find. Just fly around the main asteroid on the Grimhex station, and you'll eventually find this spot. And sometimes you'll see a ship down here. Somebody will park down here and, you know, just maybe they're role-playing. I don't really know what they're doing, but there's Yella. There is one of the little tendrils, I guess you could call them, that keep these asteroids connected, keep Grimhex a little bit more hidden and off the radar. They are all around the station. And I like that they add to the look. It's a good-looking station. I'll fly up here so you guys can really see where this back entrance is. It's really easy to find, right under the landing pads. Landing pads, large and small. Actually, I think they're only medium and small. I don't think you can bring something like a hammerhead here, and definitely not a reclaimer. But it's easy enough to EVA from those ships if you'd like to. But anyways, that's basically all of Grimhex. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. It's pretty short. Again, these stations haven't really been all that built out yet, and I may come back to them when they are, but I wanted to give a chance for people to see the stations as they are right now, beginners to get a chance to know their way around, and you know, just give you something to watch. As always, I'd love to hear some feedback, what you liked, what you didn't like. My favorite part is always that intro video. I like that eye candy, but I want to hear more of what you guys want to see. Maybe suggest a location that you'd like a tour for. I will always be doing some more research. What was that? I will always be doing more research and finding those back entrances or places that people don't really know about to give you some more interesting stuff to look at. But again, the stations are pretty small right now, so there's not much extra to find out. Thanks for joining me, guys. This has been Space Tomato. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.